off, turn it back on again. Let's see. Nice. Hello, YouTube. I don't know if there's particularly many people that that watch streams on YouTube. Or at least appear that, like at the very least, that there aren't very many people like watching random streams on YouTube with 0 viewers. Could also just be that that YouTube isn't actually like giving me very many impressions while I'm live. But I do get some impressions, and it being left up there as VODs does also leave for some more impressions. But I'm not really too familiar with the YouTube dashboard, so I'm not too sure where to see like more advanced stats I'm looking for of like when I get the different impressions. I guess maybe I could see if there's a stream summary once I'm on the stream. Oh, nice. Found a silly pic to use as a display picture. I don't actually see it on my end, but I'm hoping it's a silly cat picture. Perhaps if I remember to, I'll check it out after the stream. Alright, so how many channels did I have on you? Not many. Not many. Then again, I do also... Like, I do only need 3 here, so I guess I could, like, actually round it off. Will I need more channels to run this? I will be needing 1 more channel to run this. Because in the upgrade, I'm planning to go for 2 Circuit 11s, 2 Circuit 1s, and then 1 2 and 1 3. Which would leave me down 1. It will leave me with only 2 channels left, which is not enough to run this system. Maybe I can do something about that, though. Probably not. Not a silly cat? Boo. Just joking. It's the most important part is that you enjoy the picture. My opinion really doesn't matter. Just like the silly cats. But it's not like I dislike other things. But still, it depends on the silliness, of which I can't say much of without actually knowing what it is. So can I cut off a channel somewhere here? Probably not, because I do make a pretty big deal of like being like conserving my channels. So I probably can't optimize it any further. The only thing to do would be to run the system off of a dual interface from one of these systems, which would be this one, if anything. But like, that's gonna look quite bad, and I don't think I actually care that much. So in that case, where would I get myself a channel? I don't want to touch you yet, because I Still want to have another machine on that network. I guess I could move you, actually. You take a channel, right? Just move you elsewhere. That would be the simplest solution. Yeah, it does indeed take a channel. So you can go there. Kapow. Guess I should check how many channels are on this. Alright, there's plenty to go around. Kinda pretty the fun just naming the interfaces like the most random, purely inside jokes that I can come up with that literally only I will understand. But I enjoy rediscovering my headspace that I had at the time. It's fun. And like, honestly, what did you expect from the guy that goes around saying he's silly all the time? I do in fact get silly. Then I'll need a circuit 1 and a circuit 24. And then, wait, one of these is just for water. Probably take that one away. Because we all know that it's the best idea to put your aquarium next to your electric wiring. That's the best strategy. And that's how you achieve a safety. Then I'll need some water. I can just go steal it from there. Hopefully it's enough water, but this is a passive system, so I don't really have to worry too much about it. It will catch up. And besides, like, I've been making do for quite long with literally like no production, just like a thing like a super tank's worth of buffer, so I'm really not worried in the short term. I forgot actually. I need to do this differently. Need another output. Because the hydrogen is recycled. Then I put chlorine and oxygen here. The blue slurpy juice. Ignore that both of these are gases. If I acknowledge that, it would make my joke silly, so let's just ignore that. Alright, Zeus, calm down. I think Zeus stubbed his toe or something. Okay, and do not forget to plug it in before testing it. You can imagine that doesn't end particularly well. But hey, at least it's not a entire base going up in a ball of flame. It's always something. I cannot wait for the better EBFs. Like, god damn, is it a lot? Like, I don't think I've actually showcased the recipe for these yet. Like, we got your like your normal showcase of alloy. This wasn't the annoying one. I think this was the one. This one needs yttrium, which is from rare earth processing. So yeah, like that's a whole thing you need to do. You like process the rare earth into rare earth parenthesis 1, and then you need to dehydrate that. Get little bits of yttrium. But I think one of these, yeah, this one, has some extra yttrium, and to my surprise, something I didn't notice earlier, you do actually also additionally get, give me a sec, get yttrium as a ore processing byproduct. And I did actually already do that. I got the yttrium, made a big batch of it, and might as well just rip the band-aid off. I did all the crafting already. I knew this was gonna take hours. It did take hours. It's part of why there's been such a long gap since last time I streamed. I was just doing this, all of this. Just setting up the patterns alone took like 40 minutes. There's so much stuff here. So much microcrafting. I'm not joking when I say that like crafting the controllers took like 2 hours. Like just the crafting itself in AE2. And the you know, like the little silly, could I demonstrate with about just like a hatch. And you know this little silly overlay that shows all the crafting steps? For the controllers, that it was like 4 of these screens wide. It was crazy. And I'm guessing the casings took, like the tree wasn't as big, but I'm guessing it took nearly as long. But I wasn't actually there to see. But like, it's just very expensive. Pretty proud of my base for just even having the resources available for that. But I've done something right then. But just a reminder, this is like my first attempt. Like even getting as far as AE2 in a mod pack. This is very big steps for me. So LUV to IV, IV to EV, EV to HV. Yeah. And get my LUV cable. Yippee! And that should work. Unfortunately, it's going to be doing sulfuric acid until that buffer is full, so to actually get the Iron 3 up and going, let me... Actually, that would be because I forgot to actually put in the starting amount of hydrogen that it needs. And I should honestly make a bigger hatch as well for some of these. I am not broke anymore. I don't have to use LV hatches everywhere. So input hatch, I would want one for the hydrogen. And 3 output hatches. Actually, I should do the hydrochloric acid as well, so 1 more of each. That is gonna take a bit though. Alright, yeah, I was gonna set up a little bit better blaze powder production as well. Let me just get all the smog real quick. Because I do have some production, but it's not that good really. It's from 6 ICU plants that have a chance at giving blaze powder. It's pretty much the bare minimum. But it does also give blaze rods, so I was thinking that I should probably turn the blaze rods into blaze powder. It'll require a bit of automation to not just chuck through all the blaze rods. Because I might need them for crafting, and I keep a stockpile for a reason. Alright, so you are, yes, disabled. Actually, I can just rotate you. You are sulfuric acid. You are iron-free chloride. There we go. And with that, it should be able to work now. Though still, it's going to be making sulfuric acid until the buffer is full, but now it should at least be able to actually make the iron-free chloride once that is done. So, very good. Let's move on. not overly fast. I suppose it's fine. These eggs are on my inventory. Alright, how do I want to set this up? Use one of the sides for cables, would prefer to hide that. It's already there, that will require me to go above the cable run to run the conduits. So, one sec. Alright. So, I think I would want fluid. Wait, no, fluid extractor is the second part of the process. Okay, I guess let's just. These damn eggs are in my inventory. We just flip it then. So. Actually, that does warrant a bit of rethinking. Because I want the IV, like the IV machine to be placed before the EV machine, so I can just like transform it down afterwards. But it's just kind of. I guess I could just like flip it on the side, input the resources on the far side. Could work. So then have you up front, you there, then the resources like come out the ground, one of these spots, then the conduit here with a round robin, like output on the back, power below for all of them. Could work. So then I can place one transformer there, one there. Should power everything properly, and then have a conduit here. Going into both these spots with round robin. You can just like yeah. Wonder if it actually does care about the like the machine input and output when you're doing this. I do think it can interfere with the energy input, but like I am literally just like outputting on the side that it would normally output on. So surely it can't go wrong. Then I would have the items come from all the way over here. Actually, I think it would be easier. Yeah, it would be easier to do that. Where is my wrench? That is. Set you to that. That should work. And additionally, you need coal dust, redstone dust, and base powder. Coal dust and redstone, I should have plenty of. Blaze powder, I'm a bit more worried about though. And hopefully, that's just a input limiter built into the machine, so it won't fill up with one type of thing. But I feel like I would have a more negative impression of single blocks if that was the case. It would make it pretty difficult to do particularly much with them. Actually, yeah, I would need a filter. Not entirely sure why it's not working. It's active. Should be like accessible as well. Maybe. Oh wait, I know. It's because it's the front face. Can't do IO through the front face. Should know that one by now. And can't do the inputs through that face either. But the front face is over there, I can just rotate it there. The reason why I want to the reason why I want to put it on the front face is so it doesn't fill up one of the sides like that. Alternatively, I'd also want to put it on the back where it's less visible. Just little things that probably only I will hang around for long enough to pay attention to. Just thinking about this, kind of getting in the way of where I was planning the power line. But actually, I can just, it's probably gonna end up running the power from below anyways, and I can just do that. At least the X should be done now. Nice. So both should work now. So let me just, before I forget, put the remaining sulfuric acid. Oh, and it's not credit. What's the iron 3? That is. Curiously enough, it does seem like it's being supplied from somewhere. Because I think there's only 30k in there before. Wait. It is being made. It appears I didn't forget it, but I don't think the buffers on this are big enough, and I already remade it elsewhere anyway, so is the level limiter set to sulfur dioxide. That's odd. But yeah, I am just gonna turn this off. And then take my channels back. Like so. And then pretty much just leave it there. If I at some point care about that space, I can like remove it then, but for now I'm fine just leaving it. Removing it now would just leave a weird hole in the wall. Even if I filled it out with the proper wall block, it would still just leave a weird unused space. But then again, it's not like I really visit that spot too much anyways. Perhaps it's just not that important of a decision. Like I don't really know why I'm caring so much about what this side of the world looks like when when this is still here. Actually just like completely look out with no regard for visual. I just never actually bothered to clean it up. Perhaps at some point I will, sometime off stream. Alright. Yippee! Fully functional. And now I can request those HV circuits. Like I was gonna need an upgrade eventually. Right, I forgot to put storage buses on. So just set these to 1000. That will make them priority, that'll make them low priority output and priority input. I think. Can never remember with certainty. I do think that's how it works. So put in first, take out last. In newer versions there's like a little helper, little like overview for it on the same screen where you like use it, but there's in older versions. It still works the same, it goes off of the same system, that's just not the reminder. You just have to guess or try to remember it. I do a bit of both. Just double checking the voltages so it doesn't blow up. Who knows, they might have teared up to a different machine while I wasn't looking, you never know. think I'll just connect it over here. I don't think anyone would mind, because I don't really mind, and no one else is real. That internet theory or something, I don't know. Didn't really have a follow-up prepared. But that's pretty much it. At this point, I just... why would I want to get my channel to connect this? Because I can't take another channel from this line. It should be on 31 now, and I've planned for the last one. Where's that guy? Where's that row? As I should just like actually make these two different rows instead of running off of the same. That could also solve this issue. I think I just might do that. Let's first connect this up. Fluid. That's fun. Alright, can't use pipes, I guess. Suspect the conduit, since they teleport, it should be just fine though. Probably put a whatever they're called, I think capacitor in that. Get double layered. Just to speed up a little bit of time I spend there. Because I do typically just add it until it's done. It'd be nice if it could just be done just like that, instead of me having to wait. Right, I was gonna separate some things. Need a controller, and I would need a P2P. Add another one to the pile. I don't know if this is a good way to set up a like an AE2 system, but like, what do I know? I am just the silly guy. Besides, it's my first time working with AE2, like at all. I think my naming scheme would dictate this one be called General Autocrafting 3. And I'll connect This one. It's not doing so hard. Do I have a channel here? Should. Maybe it's just not updating. Seems that's the case. So you are running on 18 now, and you should be on 13. There we go. That's Blazing Pyrotheum. Yippee! Should have everything prepared now. Still gonna take quite a bit of time to set this up, and like naturally I can't use my EBS during that time. And it taking quite a bit of time is also a bit of a problem, because I'm not streaming now because I'm out of the situation of what's making me tired. I'm just streaming because well, to be honest, it's because I felt a bit of an obligation to, and I kind of didn't want to just throw it aside completely. I suppose also just a bit of an update stream to say kind of the situation I've been in. So I don't think I'm actually gonna want to tackle like the entire issue today. But I got all the setup settled, and I counted out like every individual block that I want for the multi-block itself. But I do also need to like make sure at the very least I have like the power infrastructure prepared. But considering I'm running it at the same voltage, it would just be like it shouldn't take any more. So I don't think there's really any more preparation to do. And if I have nothing left to do to procrastinate that project, and I'm not doing that project today, I guess I'm kind of up against the wall here. Suppose maybe I'll just call it for today. I do also feel like I have a bit left in me. Maybe I can find something else, something a bit more unrelated. Well, for starters, I could go actually clean up the hole in the ground up here. I think I've even cleared out most of the storages. Yeah, not this one though. Antimony, do I even care about antimony? Seems a bit unlikely I do. But still, it was kind of bad to just waste. So still at least try to get something out most of it. Antimony is not really an advanced resource. And actually I can just smelt it. Just give me less antimony, but if my priority is just to get rid of it without feeling like I'm wasting it, perhaps that could do that for me. I also get 50% less from it. I guess it kind of just boils down to if I have antimony from somewhere else. Because if I do, and the antimony I'm making here is just gonna cause some antimony elsewhere to be voided, then it's not worth the effort. So I'm curious. Do I have antimony from somewhere? I think I do. Yeah, I do. I have it from the almighty, whatever it's called. I think Garnetinia. I have it from the extended processing down here. Is it being voided? No. Isn't filled up yet, but like I don't think I have to worry about it. Because the antimony there is purely gotten through dust. So the only me not having a pattern for antimony or really much of a use means that this can only be from this EBF recycling recipe, which also means that it's still here in this form that I haven't had the need to use it yet. And also, the fact that like even if the antimony isn't full at the moment, doesn't mean that it was never full. It could have just been full, then I used some recently to get it under the maximum, because it's really just like a few stacks under. I don't quite remember what I use antimony for. No, you use it for soldering alloy. But I don't know if that would reach into like 3 stacks worth. But in any case, I don't think I really care too much to stress about this. And I've also been wanting to put a second input bus on the multi-smelter for manual access. Because the only input bus on it right now is centered in the smack middle of the bottom where I cannot reach it myself. Okay, so need that spot for possible overclocking, so I'll use this spot. Write you down so you're not visually unappealing. Remember to turn you on again, you are actually on already. And it does like 3 stacks at a time, so 2 stacks at a time, so should be pretty fast to get this in here. And there's probably a good chance I'll never actually end up using this, but like, whatever you're gonna do. Kinda don't want to deal with all these liquids right now. I don't know why I'm saying liquids when literally all of them are gases. You know what? Procrastination in me and no, I shouldn't call it procrastination. The tiring in me. I don't know. I'm too tired to bother dealing with this. So I guess it's going back on the back burner. I'm gonna be ending it here. I'm tired. Just happy I could do something. Let me see if I can be bothered with a raid here. Galva streaming. I guess you could just raid the boy. That works. Alright. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Leave a follow if you enjoyed. And take care. I'll see you next time, whenever that might be. Whenever I can find the proper mindset for streaming again. But yeah, have fun over at Mr. Galvantula.